Gentlemen, let me share something that might surprise you. If you're noticing some changes in your circulation down there after 60, it's not just about getting older. It could be that blocked blood vessels are quietly affecting your vitality. Now, what if I told you that the secret to turning things around isn't another costly prescription, but something as simple as a spoonful of the right natural blend each morning? Just one spoonful a day could help send fresh, robust blood flow right where you need it and bring back the confidence you thought was gone for good.
Mein Name ist Dr. Robert Caldwell.
I'm a professor specializing in urology and men's health. And for over 30 years, I've been helping men in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s rediscover their energy, their zest for life, and their intimacy. I've sat across from men who truly believed their best days were behind them. And I've seen their faces light up when they realized that hope wasn't just possible, it was closer than they ever imagined. Here's the interesting thing. Most men think circulation problems require a prescription. But nature has provided us with powerful tools that, when combined, can work even better than anything you'd find at the drugstore. And these tools aren't pills. They come from foods you're likely already familiar with. Yet, hardly anyone realizes just how powerful they are when combined in the right way. That's why I want to share with you this one-spoon formula. It's a special blend of pomegranate, flaxseed, and raw cacao. Together, these three can unlock nitric oxide, help clean your arteries, and boost blood flow right to where it matters most.
Imagine the difference in your mornings, your energy levels, your Selbstversorgungs.
And in just a few moments, I'll explain exactly why this combination works, how to use it, and the incredible results men your age are already experiencing. Please stay with me because some of the details may surprise you. Before we go any further, please be sure to click that subscribe button and turn on notifications, so you never miss another tip designed to help men over 60 reclaim their health and vitality. And I'd really like to hear from you. If this message resonates with you, please type 1 in the comments. If it doesn't, type 0, so I know how to make these lessons even more helpful for you. Now, let's start with the first truth every man over 60 needs to hear. The real reason erections weaken isn't simply age, it's circulation. As the years go by, your arteries tend to stiffen, your nitric oxide levels drop, and blood just doesn't flow the way it used to. Why does circulation weaken after 60? Well, when a man enters his 60s, something starts to happen inside his body that he might not be able to see, but he certainly begins to feel. The arteries that once carried blood with ease start to stiffen, becoming less flexible year after year. This isn't just about getting older. It's about the cumulative effect of years of wear and tear on your blood vessels. Think of your arteries like highways. When you're young, they're wide open, smooth, and traffic flows freely. But as time goes on, plaque builds up, the road narrows, and suddenly what once moved quickly is now stuck in a frustrating traffic jam. That traffic jam is what happens when your blood struggles to reach the very part of your body that defines your manhood. There's another factor at play here, too. Your body's ability to produce nitric oxide, that natural chemical messenger that tells your blood vessels to relax and open up. After 60, your nitric oxide production doesn't just slow down, it drops significantly. Without it, those arteries, already stiff, have no reason to expand. Blood pressure rises, circulation falters, and the one thing that depends entirely on strong blood flow, your erection, becomes weaker and less reliable. Many men blame themselves, thinking they're just not man enough anymore, when in reality, it's simply biology working against them. I know this truth can be tough to hear, because I've seen the disappointment in the eyes of countless patients who thought they were facing this alone. But you're not alone. And here's something most men never hear. The frustration you feel in the bedroom is often your body's first warning sign of deeper circulation problems. Your heart, your brain, and your manhood are all connected by the same network of blood vessels. If one is suffering, the others are likely not far behind. What starts as a private embarrassment may actually be an early indication of more serious health concerns. But here's the good news. Just as those arteries can close, they can also reopen. And the first step to understanding how to fight back is realizing why pills aren't the answer and why relying on them might even make things worse.
WHY don't pills fixe real Problem?
For many men, the first reaction when their performance starts to decline is to reach for a pill. I've had many patients tell me they felt a sense of relief when that little blue pill seemed to bring them back to life, even if just for a few hours. But here's the truth that I share with them in private. Those pills never fix the underlying problem. They only mask it. Think of it like painting over rust on an old car. On the surface, it might look shiny for a while, but underneath, the decay is still spreading, and sooner or later, the damage will become impossible to ignore. These medications temporarily force blood into the penis, but they don't do anything to clear the blockages in your arteries. They don't lower the cholesterol that's building up inside your vessels. They don't restore the nitric oxide your body has stopped producing. They don't heal the lining of your arteries, which is the real key to healthy blood flow. All they do is create the illusion of strength, while the very system that supports your heart, brain, and manhood continues to deteriorate silently. And let me be clear, I'm not against medication when it's truly necessary. But too many men over 60 have come to rely on a quick fix, while ignoring the deeper crisis unfolding inside them. I still remember a patient in his late 60s named Tom, who told me he felt trapped. He said, "Doc, the pills work, but I feel like I'm cheating. I don't want to depend on this forever." That feeling of frustration, of losing control over your own body, is something I hear often. And the truth is, Tom was right to feel that way, because if you keep relying on pills while ignoring the real cause, your arteries will continue to close, your circulation will keep weakening, and one day the pills might just stop working altogether. But here's where things get interesting. Nature has given us tools that not only mask the symptoms but actually rebuild the system itself. And the secret lies in a simple one-spoon formula. 3 natural ingredients that, when combined, can breathe new life into your blood flow and restore the very foundation of your vitality. Here is the secret connection. Heart health equals sexual health. Most men don't realize that the same blood vessels that supply your heart also feed your manhood.
When your heart suffers, your performance suffers.
When your arteries harden and narrow, the first place you'll notice it isn't in your chest, but in the bedroom. That's because the blood vessels leading to the penis are smaller and more delicate than the arteries going to the heart. If circulation begins to falter, those smaller vessels are the first to close. In other words, trouble down there is often the earliest warning sign of cardiovascular disease, sometimes years before a heart attack even happens. I've had men sit in my office with tears in their eyes, embarrassed to admit they can't perform like they used to. They whisper their fears, believing it means they're less of a man. But I remind them, your body isn't betraying you, it's warning you. That personal struggle you're facing is your body's way of sounding the alarm, telling you that your arteries need some attention. And the great thing about listening to that alarm early is that you can change course before something more serious happens. Let me put it another way. If you're struggling with weak erections, it's not just about intimacy. It's about your overall health. Because the same lack of blood flow causing frustration in your bedroom could be the same process setting the stage for heart disease or even a stroke. And yet, when you take steps to improve your circulation, you're not only restoring your erections, you're protecting your heart, your brain, and your entire future. I can tell you from experience, nothing brings more hope to a man than realizing that by reclaiming his vitality in the bedroom, he's also extending his life. It's a double gift, strength for your intimacy and protection for your heart. And that's why I'm so passionate about sharing this one-spoon formula, because this simple daily ritual doesn't just target the symptoms. It works at the root of both heart and sexual health. In the next section, I'll reveal exactly what this formula is and why these 3 ingredients, when combined, have the power to change everything.
The one-spoon formula. Pomegranate plus flaxseed plus cacao.
When I first explained to my patients that the answer to their struggles might be found in a spoonful of natural foods, many of them are skeptical. They find it hard to believe that something so simple could compete with the promises made by expensive pills or complicated treatments. But once they try it, and once they understand the science behind it, they usually feel differently. They nod in quiet relief because they finally see a path that feels natural, safe, and within their control. This one-spoon formula is a powerful blend of 3 ingredients: pomegranate, flaxseed, and raw cacao.
Let's start with pomegranate.
For centuries, it's been called the fruit of life, and for good reason. Modern science confirms what ancient culture suspected. Pomegranate is packed with polyphenol that boost nitric oxide, relax your arteries, and improve blood flow. Many men who drink or eat pomegranate regularly report not only better energy, but stronger and more reliable erections.
Next is flaxseed. These tiny seeds carry extraordinary power.
Rich in omega-3s and soluble fiber, they help lower cholesterol, reduce plaque buildup, and keep your arteries clear. Think of them as a natural cleaner for your blood vessels. By preventing blockages, flaxseed doesn't just help your heart, it ensures that blood can travel easily and freely to every part of your body, including the most private areas. And then there's raw cacao, the purest form of chocolate. Unlike the sugary bars you find at the store, raw cacao is loaded with flavonoids that improve circulation, reduce blood pressure, and encourage the release of nitric oxide. Men who include cacao in their diet often notice not only improved blood flow, but also a better mood, because cacao naturally supports brain health as well. Now, imagine the power of these three combined into one spoonful. Each ingredient strengthens the others, creating a triple force against poor circulation. Pomegranate helps open the vessels, flaxseed clears the pathway, and cacao fuels the nitric oxide your body needs. Together, they give you a natural, daily boost towards stronger blood flow, greater vitality, and renewed confidence. But knowing the formula is only half the story. What truly matters is how you use it each morning and how this simple ritual can change the course of your health. In the next section, I'll show you exactly how to make this part of your daily life.
How to take it every morning.
One of the biggest concerns men have when they hear about natural solutions is that they'll be too complicated, too messy, or too hard to stick with. But the truth is, this one-spoon ritual is so simple that it easily fits into your life without adding stress. You don't need to cook a special meal. You don't need to spend hours in the kitchen. And you don't even need to remember complicated instructions. All it takes is a single spoonful of this blend each morning, and your body will start to thank you in ways you can feel. I often tell my patients to think of it like brushing your teeth.
You don't question it.
You don't debate whether it's worth it. You simply do it because you know it protects your health. The same is true here. One spoonful once a day can set the tone for your circulation, your energy, and your confidence. And it doesn't have to be boring or tasteless. In fact, many men look forward to it because of its rich flavor. You can stir it into a glass of water if you want something quick, or blend it into a smoothie with fruit for a refreshing start to your day. Some even sprinkle it over oatmeal or mix it into yogurt. However you take it, what matters most is consistency. I remember one gentleman in his 70s named Arthur, who told me that his mornings used to feel heavy. He said he would wake up tired, discouraged, and uninterested in starting the day. But after just a few weeks of this simple habit, he noticed more energy in his mornings and more strength at night, when it truly mattered. That's the beauty of this ritual. It doesn't take away from your day, it adds to it. The body responds to small, steady changes, not grand gestures. And by making this part of your daily routine, you give yourself the chance to build real, lasting results. But beyond the ritual itself, the most powerful transformation isn't just physical, it's emotional. In the next section, I want to share how this simple habit shifts not only circulation, but also the way a man feels about himself, his confidence, and his ability to live fully again. The emotional shift, from weakness to confidence. What strikes me most when I sit with men in their 60s and 70s isn't just the physical frustration of losing their strength, it's the emotional weight that comes with it. Many describe feeling as if a part of their identity has slipped away. They tell me they no longer feel like the man they once were. And that loss of confidence seeps into every corner of their lives. It shows up in how they carry themselves, in their energy during the day, and in the quiet distance that sometimes forms in their relationships. It's a silent struggle, and far too many men endure it without ever speaking a word. But when the body starts to change, when blood starts flowing again, and strength slowly returns, something much deeper begins to shift. I've seen men walk back into my office after a few weeks of this daily ritual, looking taller, smiling wider, and speaking with a renewed sense of pride. They aren't just reporting firmer erections or more stamina, they're talking about feeling alive again. Their wives notice the sparkle in their eyes. Their children notice they're more engaged and energetic. And perhaps most importantly, they themselves rediscover the joy of being present, of feeling capable, of knowing that age hasn't taken away their manhood. I recall one patient named Walter who told me, "Doc, I didn't just get my body back, I got myself back." That statement stayed with me, because it captures what this is truly about. Yes, it's about circulation and performance, but it's also about reclaiming a sense of dignity and strength that aging never has the right to steal. That's why this one-spoon formula isn't just a supplement, it's a daily reminder that you are still powerful, still capable, and still worthy of intimacy and vitality. And while the emotional victory is priceless, we must also recognize the bigger picture. Because what starts with confidence in the bedroom leads to something even more important, the protection of your future health. In the final section, I'll show you why this ritual is about more than just today's performance and how it can help safeguard the years still ahead of you. In closing, motivation and next steps. As we come to the end of this discussion, I want to leave you with something more powerful than just facts and figures. I want to leave you with hope. Too many men over 60 accept decline as if it were a life sentence. They assume weakness is inevitable, that low energy, fading intimacy, and poor circulation are simply the price of getting older. But that's not the truth. I've witnessed men who were convinced their best years were gone find strength they thought they had lost. And it didn't happen because of a miracle drug or an expensive treatment. It happened because they made a choice. They chose to believe their body was still capable of change, and they acted on it. This one-spoon ritual is more than just a health tip, it's a symbol of that choice. A spoonful of pomegranate, flaxseed, and cacao is small, simple, and easy to take. Yet, its effects can ripple through every part of your life. Better blood flow doesn't just mean stronger performance in the bedroom. It means a healthier heart, a clearer mind, and more energy to live the life you deserve. When your circulation improves, you're no longer just surviving each day, you're living it with strength and vitality. I've had men look me in the eye and tell me they feel like they've been given a second chance. They wake up with purpose, they reconnect with their partners, and they move through the day with confidence. And that confidence is contagious. It changes relationships, it changes families, and it changes the way a man sees himself when he looks in the mirror. So, my message to you is simple. Don't surrender to the idea that age has taken away your power. With just one spoonful each morning, you can fight back. You can choose health, choose strength, and choose life. It starts small, but it builds into something lasting. And now it's your turn. Take this step, make it yours, and write the next chapter of your life with confidence, energy, and pride.